Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. After I did my video that hopefully you guys already watched, where I talked about the different mounting solutions that you could use on your zeroed suppressor, because there are a ton of great options out there. I went ahead and was messing with some of my own stuff, and I put a new muzzle device on one of my guns, and that made me think this is another bit of information that would be really good to share. Now we have these on our website. These are a set of suppressor alignment rods. And I want to tell you, if you're looking at adding a suppressor to your firearm, especially long gun, higher caliber offerings, I wholeheartedly recommend you to get alignment rods and to make sure that everything is done properly. So I've just got really easy to do here, a Chris lower. It does have a Plan B attachment method on it so that I can put the zeroed suppressor with the adapter on it. So we're gonna go ahead and just show you here kind of what I'm looking at. So in these alignment rods, they are a set of carbon fiber alignment rods, really lightweight. You wanna make sure you store them somewhere where you don't mess them up because they need to stay as straight as possible. You'll see the end of it here is colored. So this kind of helps you see everything. So just starting off, I'm just going to go ahead and put this down the bore of this 9mm here. And you can see as I hold it up here, everything is just nice and centered as it should be there. You don't want to see that colored tip too off-centered in here anywhere. So while I've got that there, I'm going to go ahead and put the zeroed suppressor on it. I'll tell you, the Plan B stuff is awesome. So I've got the suppressor on. Now I'm just going to go ahead and push this through. You can see it's starting to come out there. And so what we're looking at here, if you look straight down it, it should be pretty centered. I might not be holding this quite to the camera quite right, but you should see that this is nice and centered in the suppressor. You don't want to see it off to one side or anything. If you see that, then you probably have yourself set up for a baffle strike or something of that sort. So, what you really need to do, no matter kind of how you're working on a suppressor, I don't care if it's a direct thread right onto your barrel, if you're using muzzle devices like a Plan B muzzle device with the adapter. Every time you have a connection, so here you're looking at a connection between the suppressor and the adapter. So there's one thread option. Now you're looking at a threaded option between the muzzle device and the barrel. And then depending on what the quality of the barrel is, you could be seeing variables there too. So you don't want to just assume that everything is lined up properly. If you're using a muzzle device, make sure you follow the manufacturer's recommendations on how to install it properly. So the one I installed right after my previous video, I went ahead and torqued it to spec along with putting rock set and everything on it. But before I put the rock set on and let it set, I checked all this stuff to make sure everything was aligned as needed to be. Now, since that actually showed up the way it should be, I'm going to show you the way it shouldn't be. So yes, I have a gun that I took to a gunsmith, had some work done to it. So this is an AK. This has a chemo, this is a chemo break on it, but this is just because I wanted some custom work done to it. The barrel had to be shortened down. The gunsmith right off the bat told me that the barrel wasn't concentric. Where the bore was versus the outside was off center. So he told me right off the bat, don't run a suppressor on it. Though I do have a suppressor mount, that's more just to make up the length to get the pin and weld overall longer. So I'm going to go ahead and take my 30 cal version of the alignment rod here, and I'm going to put it in this barrel, and I'm going to let you guys see. I'm going to hold this kind of straight up and down. So I'm going to hold this, I'm going to put this in here, and I don't want to stick it all the way in there because it's going to be hard to get out. But if you look here, you can definitely see that there is a gap toward the top and it's more aligned to the bottom. So you can already tell that the barrel's kind of going down, or the muzzle device is kicked up just ever so slightly on this, which can be a bit of a problem that we really don't want to see when we're suppressing it. So just for the heck of it, I am going to go ahead and throw a suppressor on there too. Let you take a quick look at this. So just because it fits doesn't mean I am going to do this, because this is definitely, like I said, it's something you really need to check with. You know, if you're going to run a suppressor, look at this bad boy here. Look how off-centered that is. You can see that the alignment rod is actually dragging on the suppressor right there. So this would 100% get a baffle strike. So there's no way you're going to see me running any of my suppressors on this AK. And this is a quality AK. It's an Arsenal. But it just kind of goes to show certain guns just never really were intended to be suppressed. So one thing I can't recommend getting some alignment rods enough. I mean, you just need to get some if you're going to be running suppressors. It's going to be a lifesaver. You're going to make sure everything's aligned properly. And again, as you start running aftermarket muzzle devices, to get the adapter on your zeroed suppressor, because we are going to be releasing muzzle devices hopefully sometime in Q2 on all of our guns and for sale. You know, because you want to be able to run that all day long and not have to worry about any headaches of any misalignment. You know, make sure the muzzle device is installed properly to the manufacturer's recommendations. Use the proper torque. Don't just assume, hey, I've put hundreds or dozens, whatever it is, of muzzle devices on guns before, that you're doing it right. Every manufacturer has a slightly different recommendation. Follow that recommendation. Use an alignment rod to make sure everything is as square as it could be, so that way you can run your suppressors even longer. So that was just some information I wanted to share with you guys really quick, because I thought about it after I rock set that gun I was previously working on, and I just want to do a little bit of a knowledge bomb for you guys. So guys, as always, thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay safe out there.